Hello everyone and welcome back to I Love editorx. Today I want to show you how to create a custom message to your site visitor. I'm talking about a site based on store. So if sometimes your visitors go into your site, they add product to the cart and they not check out. So maybe they waiting for something, or I don't know. So later on they return to the site and the cart still has some items in it. So this tutorial is about to display a special message to a user that already have some product in the cart, and you want to remind them and to show him easy access to the cart, just like this. All right, so for example, I will add another item to my cart. I will create one more for this. Let's do it from here. Let's go to shop and I will add these items. You already know this website. I created a tutorial how to create this custom layout. And you can see that I have a message. You already have two products in your cart. All right. And if I will add another one, for example, let's edit. So now I have two of this type and the new one. So if I refresh the page, so this message should update it to three items in my cart. All right. So let's wait it to load. What happened? So you see I have three products in my cart, and if I click view cart, I see the mini cart. Okay, basically this button can lead to anywhere. And also we need to avoid the situation that you see each page I go to, I see this message over and over, and I want to show this message only one time to the user. All right, so let's jump into the editor and see how to create it. Not really complicated, but let's start. So for the beginning, I create a small component. It's a container that has a text element in it and a simple button. Basically, you can display here any type of message you like. So if you want to see the layers panel, let's look like this. We have a container and button and text element to display our custom message. And you can see that this container is inside the header, which is master section. And this is because I need access to this message from all my pages. Okay, so this is why I put it in the header, that I know that it exists on all the pages that I have. Why it says more? All right. Okay, so if we are talking about element that is located inside the master, we need to put the code in the master JS, the site code, not the page code. So you can access the site code from here. You see the global tab, and you click the master page. So this is the code I already created. But let's do it from the beginning. So I will comment out everything, and I needed to maybe just to remember what I did, but I only copy the already function that I have right here. Or is it? I need this one. All right. So let's start. So first of all, what do we need to know about this message? What information we need? So the first information that we need is how many items there is to the current user cart, right? So there is an API for it, and if I will go to Velo documentation, I can search for, let's duplicate it because I need it. I can search for store because it's based on the store, and here I have the first function is get current cart, right? But this function is deprecated, so we will go to the new one, which is where is it? Get current cart, right? Yeah, get current cart. So all I need to do is to copy this one. I can copy it like this, and I paste it in my master code, and let's put it, we need to clean this mess. I will put it, where did my cursor disappear? All right, I will put it like this, and this already function, let's take it up and let's format, and everything is okay. But I will not put it like this. I will create a function for it. Let's call this function function get current user cart. Current user cart. User cart. All right. And what this function needs to do, it needs to get the current user cart. So we can copy this function that we copied from Velo and put it like this. Let's delete it. And all right, so first of all, let's see what this function gives us. All right, so cart get current cart. Then after we get the information, let's see what we are getting. Okay, so let's console log. Let's print console log and the current cart, right? So let's put some string before it so we know what it's about. So current cart. All right, let's call this function already, and let's publish the site and go to the live site. Actually, this function is working only on the live site. This is why it's important to view it from here. And I will open the dev mode, the console, and I should get here some log. You see current cart, and I get an object with some information in it. So what we need to know, how many items do we have in the cart. So this is me, I'm logged in, so this is why I can get this information. So I have 3, I need to find the number 3. So we have here total, and when I'm opening it, I can see quantity 3. That means I have 3 items in my cart, and you can see that the total in price, it's $1,097. All right, so we have a lot of information here that we can use for different purposes, but for us, for this tutorial, we need only the quantity. All right, so let's go back to the site and let's store it as a variable. Okay, so const let's says total items equals to, sorry, this I don't need it. So total items is equals to current cart dot totals and quantities, right? This should return, this should say right now 3 items, right? So let's okay, we know that we are going to get it, and now we need to ask if this total items is bigger than 0, right? Because we don't want to display a message you have 0 items in the cart, right? So only if it's more than 0. So let's ask if total items is bigger than 0, so it's 1 or more. So what we should do, we should display the message, right? So we need to create a function to display a message, right? So let's create this function display. I will call it display cart message. All right, and this function should get how many items, right? The count of items, the total items. So let's paste it right here. And now what this function needs to do. So first of all, we know what item we want to we know what item should get this message, right? So let's copy this element. I will call it cart message title. This is the text element. Text, we want to change the text of it, and I will set UR equals to, I will copy these templates I created, and I will put some backtick here because I need to put here dynamic message. You can see that this okay, so instead of the number, I need to put here the total items. So it's a dynamic number based on the user cart, and I need to put a $, before it, and now it should hold the dynamic message. All right, so I will copy this. I will call this function here after I ask how many items that I have, and I will pass this function the display cart message the amount of items. All right, so let's test it, but before I will do it, as you can see in the live site, I don't see the message, so I need to, it's because I changed the initial state of this box to be, I will go to the adjust tab here, and you can see that I translate in the Y minus 110 pixels. So let's make it 0. So now we can see this message. So I will delete, I will call this message cart message, and we should see here a different value, because in the code we change the value based on how many items I have in my cart. So let's publish the site and jump to the live site and refresh it, and we should see you have 3 items in your cart, something like this. So here I get the information that I need, and you see you have 3 products in your cart. So let's add another product to see if it's working as expected. So I add here another one, so I have 2, and let's refresh the page. So now I should get 4 items. All right, 4 products. So it's working, right? Basically, this is the okay. This is working. This is the tutorial, but we want to achieve like better behavior. All right, let's animate it and give it like more smart way to behave. All right, so first of all, let's animate it. Okay, so if I know the height of this text box, so let's check the height. We don't have, it's basically auto, but I need to know kind of the height of it. Okay, I can keep it auto, but I will translate in the initial state. Okay, I will translate the position of this box to go outside of the page, because I don't want to see it when I go into the site. The user go see the site, because two reasons. First of all, I need some time to get this information and put the right value in this text element, and only then I want to animate this this message into the screen. And the second one is that I don't want to the user to see this box if A is not logged in, or if he doesn't have items in the cart. Okay, so let's translate it. I will give here number at least 57 pixels. Okay, but just to be sure, I will create it 100. All right, so it will go minus 100 pixel to the top, right, from top to up. All right, and all right, so to animate this element, this message box, I will import the Wix animation API that allows me to animate elements, and I will store here the I will set const cart timeline equals to Wix animation timeline. Why I put it right here? Because I need access to this animation not only within this function, but you will see that I need to use it in different places also. So here in the display cart message, I will also add the animation that I want to play for this cart timeline. All right, so let's say cart timeline add. I want to add item to animate, and the item is the cart message box, this whole container. All right, so let's put it right here. So I select this item, and I need to add the animation itself. So it looks like this. It's an object of properties. So we translate the element in the initial state to be minus 100 pixels, right? And when we are going to play this animation, what we want to do, we want to bring it back to the same position, the initial position, to the default position, right? So y is 0. This is the original position of this element. And how much time it will take to do it? Let's say 1 second, right? But we are not going to play the animation immediately. We want to active some trigger to it. All right, so we declare what animation this cart timeline needs to do, but we didn't play it yet. So after we get the total items, we call this function, and now we can what we need to do, you know what, for now let's play the animation, but I don't want to play it immediately because I need all the content of the site will display, and only after some amount of time I want to display this message. All right, so let's set some timeout. Set timeout, and how much time? Let's say 3 seconds. All right, not 5 seconds. No, 3. It's okay. So after 3 seconds, play this animation. All right, so let's play it. All right, let's publish the site and see how it's working. Let's refresh it. We don't need the console. So you see, we don't see the message. And when the page is ready, let's count 3 seconds, and now you can see this message. It's pop up. All right, but as you can see, the 0 position is not looking the best. It's very I mean, you can leave it like this, but I think we need like more space here, like another 30 pixels. So we can say instead to go the Y position, go to 0, so go to 30 pixels. right, from top, like more 3 pixels from the zero position. And the second thing that we want to do is when I click the view cart, you can decide what to do. You can tell this button to lead to the actual cart, right? So user can check out. But I choose to open the mini cart, this one, all right? So how do I do it? There is also API to open this mini cart, and you can see I have it already. Show mini cart is very simple, basically. As you can see here, all I need to import the cart service to use it, but we already did to get the information of the cart. So what I need to do, I need to say show mini cart. This is function. This function. All right. So let's go back to the editor, and here I will select the button, and I will create click function to it. Okay. I call it open cart. Mini cart. I need mini cart, and I add a event handler on click, and simply I will paste it right here, and I will take it just here below. Okay, so what this function does is simply when you click on this button, you open the mini cart. So let's see if it's working. Refresh the live site, and let's count 3 seconds from 1, 2, 3, and we see the message, and now we have 30 pixels gap, and if I click view cart, the mini cart is open. But see what's happening. I mean, I click here, so user click what I want him to click, but this message is still here. So there is 2 options. Actually, there is, first of all, we need to close this message when user click view cart. So this is so we can do it by call the animation we just played. We can set cart timeline, just do the reverse animation. Okay, this is why I put this cart timeline here on the top, so I can call it in different functions from different places. So this is the reverse, so it should actually working very smoothly. But there is also another thing we need to take in account, that let's say the user does nothing. So we can also, if user didn't click anything, okay, so let's first of all, let's see if I click the cart. So it's open the mini cart, and these messages go away back to the initial place. And the second option is that if user didn't do anything for some duration of time, we can choose to do the reverse animation like immediately. All right. So how we can do it? We can add here when we declare the animation, we can add okay, we can add on complete. When the first animation is completed, we can add some timeline and set timeout, and this timeout will take a bit longer. Let's say 5 seconds. So if the users didn't do anything in 5 seconds, so hide back the message. So I need to do reverse to this animation, and let's see if it's working. So what we need to do, basically nothing. We need to wait 5 seconds to see if this message is disappear as it came. Let's refresh it. and let's count from 1, 2, 3, and we see the message. 5 seconds, it should go away. All right, this is exactly what I need, what I want to achieve. And the last thing we need to make sure is that, look, when I'm going, the user saw the message, decide to do something or not, but then you go to a different page, for example, the shop page, and you see it will get this message again. We want to avoid it. We don't want to be very annoying, right? So how can we know if the user see this message or not see this message? We need to save this information somewhere and get this information if the user saw this message or not. So for this we will use the weak storage that allow us to store some information inside the user browser, and we have access to this information. So there is three options, three types of storing information. And the first one is local, so it will never, as the documentation said, it will never expire. Even the site visitor close the page. We don't want it. Okay, we don't need this. We don't need to save this information so long. The second one is the session. That data in session stories is available while the user visitor web session is active. Okay, this means that this tab, this window, the whole window, as you can see, this is the window and this is tab. Each one of these are tab and this is the window. So as long as this window is open, this information is saved. All right. And the third one is as long as the site visitor does not refresh or close the page. So it's on this tab. If you refresh it, it's erase the memory, or you close the tab, it's erase the memory. So we need to use this session. So let's use the session. To use it, we need to import. Let's go to session. We need to first of all import this session from weak storage. So let's put it right here. And the second one, what we need to do, basically we need to if we display this message to the user, we need to save it right in the storage. So how do we add some information to the session? So we have it right here, session, set items, and there is key and value. So let's copy it, and I will create a tiny function that will do very small thing. So function save, you are not have to do it with a different function, but I love to keep my code with small tasks, you know. So save save info to session. All right, sorry, what I did. And this function, what it should get the total. No, it should get some message, some value. Okay, so what we should do, we should go to this session and set the item, and we need to declare what we want to save. So we want, let's be very restrictive. Okay, so what we need to save is that the cart message being displayed, right? And the value will be true, so it's saved. And when we will call this function, as you remember, we play the animation. So basically right here, but we already have the onComplete. So after this timeline is this animation already played, so we can set onComplete only, also save info to session, and let's give it the value of true, but it should be string. All right, and here it should be, sorry, the value I pass. All right, so we saved this information to the session, and here let's see if it's working. Okay, so I need to get this information to the from the session, right? So let's how do we get this? So how do we get this information? So we have the get item from this session. So let's copy it, and the onReady, just before we are just when the site code is run. So let's declare, let's call it session value is equals to session get items, and we need some key. And how do we call it? Cart message been displayed. All right, and let's log it. Console log session, so we know what it's all about, and the session value. Console. What happened? All right, let's publish the site. Sorry, console, this is not good. All right, let's publish it again. So we need to know if this message is displayed or not. So at the beginning, because our code is new, so we should get null because it's not set yet. So let's refresh it. And as you can see, the session is null. All right, and now we will see this message, and on complete, right now it's complete, the animation is complete, the session should be true. So how can we know it? We just need to refresh it, refresh the page, and now the session should be true. As you can see here, it says true. Okay, so we did it. We saved this information into the session, and here we need to check before we even call the get current user cart. Okay, if the session is, let's think about it, if the, this is not good name, so let's call it cart being displayed. Actually, I can call it just like this. So cart message being displayed, so this will return true or null. True or null, set or null. All right, so if our cart message being displayed is equal to true, we don't want to do anything, right? Only if it's null or false. So I can add this says it's not true. Okay, what happened here? Oh, I changed the value. So only if this is not true, so run this function. Okay, so let's see if it's working for us. Let's refresh it. And right now we should not see the message, because as you remember, the session is true. And you can see that we are not seeing the message. So how can we make sure that this is not actually working when I'm switching between pages? So I will just for a moment I will clear this. I need to clear this session. How can I do it? There is an API for everything, so I need remove item key, right? So let's go and let's remove it temporarily. Okay, so let's remove the key. This is the key we want to remove, so let's publish it. And I will refresh the site, and now we should get session null. Okay, and we should see this message. All right, great. And oh no, it's not good actually, because what I did is each time we will go to a different page, it will reset the session. Anyway, this is working, so you see the session is null, so it's not good. But if we will remove it, so we will remember, oh, I know how to check it. So let's publish it, and I will create a different tab. All right, so let's copy it, and now this is count as a new window, right? So let's go into the live site, and here we should see the message right now. See 4 items, and we have 4 items. But if I will go to the home page, we should not see, because it should be true, because the session is true, as you can see. Okay, so it's actually working. All right, so basically that's it. How to display custom message to your site visitor based on the store app, and that's it. But just before I want to finish, I want to shed some lights on two new editorx channels that can help you. There is the Extreme. It's new, and this guy just released very beautiful tutorial that is talking about hover interaction for buttons and cards. Okay, and basically, actually this example I created, you can go to the site itself and clone it and use it in your design library or any place you want. It's very beautiful, as you can see. Very interactive. So support this guy, give him subscribe to his channel and give him some support. And there is also the World of editorx, also cool guy that has really interesting videos. So the X-Wall, actually I add these channels into my my, how I call it, I forgot, best editorx channels, so these two, and I will add link to these channels in my video description, so show them some love and support, and until next time, keep building amazing sites on editorx.